Welcome to Port Arthur. We're in Port Arthur, Texas, a little further down the line from Galveston. First thing I noticed when I pulled up over to the causeway is a whole rack of parked drilling rigs. Remember in Galveston how we had a few? Well, here's about a dozen. They're sitting. They are not drilling. We pan over this way. This is the causeway over the Sabine River. And those are shrimping boats. Bubba Gump ain't going out today. Those are all shrimp boats on the foreground. See the masts for the nets all the way down the line there. We're going to go take a little closer look at that. We're on the Louisiana side of Highway 82. Going to keep on pressing east. And in a moment I'll give you a real idea of what the Gulf of Mexico is supposed to look like. We've been looking at industrial wasteland basically since Houston. A little further east of here is where we start seeing the actual Gulf of Mexico. This is the Sabine River. In Port Arthur right now. And here is the Port Arthur shrimping fleet. And I ain't 100% if they're not catching or if it's Sunday. But they're all parked. Looking at here are some pipeline compressors. This is for moving oil north. Oil, natural gas, any kind of vapor or fluid. They compress it down to the point that it becomes a fluid and force it up the line through pipelines. You see these stations periodically along the pipeline. Next to them you're seeing holding tanks. That's all stuff that's coming into the refinery. The stuff that you'll see coming out of the refinery is parked a little further north of the city. Again, across the bay here, we got about 10 or 11 parked rigs. Again, those beams that you see sticking out of the top of these things are for recessing down into the Gulf of Mexico. That stabilizes the platform in the seabed and commence drilling operations once that's all settled. This is Lake Sabine, right by Port Arthur, Texas. It's about time to head further east. Sorry to see you guys sitting. Hope it's just because it's Sunday. Out there a little further in the Gulf, now you see the big rigs. That's getting closer to Deepwater Horizon size. See how high those towers are? Those are hundreds of feet. Alright? Those are like small cities. They're refineries on platforms. Those are the big boys. That's Valero Refinery, basically right there. Valero Port Arthur Refinery. What you're going to see for the next 300 miles. This is the real Gulf of Mexico. These are the marshlands.